Did you hear me? We are live.
All right. Hello, everyone. We are Dances with Cobalt, and tonight we are playing. We are playing Call of the Deep. But before we begin, in the doobly doo down below, take out a look at our sister shows as part of the Heroes Wanted collective of shows, as well as our Extra Life page. But without further ado, take it away, Patrick.
Thank you, Stephanie. Yes, welcome everyone. Tonight we are indeed playing Call of the Deep, sub-game Legend of the Mist Flowers. I am Patrick. I am the Dungeon Master. I will be running the players through various situations and seeing how they handle it. Joining me tonight are...
Hello, everyone. I'm Lorne, playing Nith Doris, the Githyanki War Wizard, who is back from a minor break.
Hi, Ian, and I'll be playing Pavo, the Aarakocra Bard, greatest singer in the world, and secret lover of Umberlee.
Hi everyone, I'm Tara, and I shall be playing Ishka, the Water Genasi Druid of the Coast.
Hello, Nabil here. I'll be playing as Scrapheap, a Warforged paladin who took on the Oath of the Open Seas, and also with another identity as Ironside.
Hi everyone. My name's Chris. Oh, sorry. Was your intro not done?
I'm done.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name's Chris. I'll be playing Montauk, Lord of the Summit, Goliath Battlemaster Fighter, who finds himself in a type of facility he's not sure he approves of or agrees with or even understands. But he's going with it.
Planned Parenthood facility.
Oh.
Oof.
I'm Stephanie, and tonight I will be playing Rue Belle Devereaux, Priestess of Umberlee and the second Princess of Moraes.
And last session, our party continued their search of this island covered in mists. Bypassing the village on the map they found, they went instead to the swamp, where they found some of the dead bodies who had been killed by the pirate Rovian for mutiny, where they also questioned one of the bodies they found. And it told them that Rovian had had them killed because they gave him advice that he did not want to hear, and they had found mysterious things in the library. As well, in the swamp, you found a pillar that had plates on it, including more altered text, which said, "If you search for it, it will return." And you found a letter that looked like it was written by Lorien, the red-haired half-elf that Rovian beseeched you to locate on this island. You then, after a night on your ship, went to the library, which you found to be full of blank books. Except for two of them, which you found after a decent search. One of them was a book of anecdotes telling short tales of nobles and travelers, but it included sections on the Emperor Velnos, Rovian, Ironside, and even small sections telling tales of each of your lives. And the other book you found was talking more about the island itself and cultures and history. And you discovered that this island has a name, or had a name at one point, that was Lithnia. And you also found that there was a blank space left in one of the histories that seemed to be the name of an ancient aristocrat. And you found a small paragraph describing the plant Durelian, which is what Nithdoris had originally read about, letting you know that on the basis of available knowledge, this plant, which was presumably only to be found in the Feywild, could grow on Lithnia. Most likely, you would find the plant near the summit of the island. As you continued searching, you found another hatch leading down to a small chamber that again had these protective runes on the floor. And as Montauk stepped into the room, another name and word came into view. That word was Alun. And what you found was that it also filled in part of the blank of that ancient aristocrat's name from the book that you found. Pavo, searching around for other areas, found a staircase that had been covered in, which led down to a factory of sorts, a factory of Warforged. Scrap Heap managed to locate and keep from disintegrating a few pieces of parchment, all of which described some notes and the basics of the Thayan ritual for creating Warforged. Continuing on, Scrap Heap turned the lights on in the system, and you wandered through, finding the geothermal power source, finding some broken pieces, and then in a small area of a larger storehouse, which was covered in various molds, body forms of Warforged, you found what appears to be a complete Warforged on the table in this little arcane lab. And the design is very similar to Scrap Heap. And that is where we pick up.
Was this a thing?
You're basically looking at, a small corridor in between walls. It doesn't appear to be anything of significance.
Oh, it's not like an item sitting there at the back.
No.
All right, well, I guess we should push a button.
So you find yourself in this chamber that is, built out of slabs of metal and that have been riveted and sort of punched together. Very well made, very old, but while there is dust sort of atop everything, you can see these 4 light sources in the corners, are glowing and activated, but don't appear to be doing anything more than lighting the space at this point. You see there is this table that, as you come close and look at it, Scrap Heap, you can see that it, the table is on almost a spring, which allows it to be moved or turned, but it is also attached to what appears to be a conveyor belt that might lead it back towards the area where you had seen the discarded pieces of other bodies.
So the table, the conveyor belt, nothing in this room seems to be functioning. Is that what it is?
Just the lights. The lights are on. Nothing else in this room appears functioning at this point.
What about
And
the control panel outside? Oof.
You look at it, even, hitting or punching a few things, nothing seems. You hear a couple of whirring sounds, and the conveyor belt moves for about 3 seconds and then just then conks out.
Does it look like the other, like the Warforged on the table is sitting on the conveyor belt?
It is not. It is on like this gyroscopic table, but it looks like, and given the way you've seen the other body parts and the destruction you've seen, that it seems like a disposal mechanism if something went wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Is there a access panel on the side of this control panel?
Give me an investigation check.
Oof. Oh, even worse.
Yeah, you look along, and I mean, the sides look sort of smooth, and yeah, you don't immediately notice anything that would appear to open.
Could I try instead, being a more intelligent individual?
Sure.
Try not to brag too much.
mean,
It
it's not
worked.
hard.
Yep, as you are looking along the sides of this panel, you do push in, and a small door opens, and you see inside a small nest that presumably looks like it had been filled with rats or mice at one point, and a whole bunch of cables or wires that have been chewed through.
And that's where we use the dagger of mending. Kazap, 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 zap, zap.
Yeah, you.
Start welding the machine back together.
I think we've gotten the most ROI off that knife than any other magical item we've ever had.
Give me a straight intelligence check, Pavo, as you attempt to discern how to piece things back together.
Ooh. Can I get a guidance with that?
Guidance.
Sure.
15.
15.
I'm as smart as Doris. Hooray.
Yeah, you use your dagger of mending and are sort of tapping and moving and trying to repair different sections as best you can. It turns on briefly and then sort of sparks and then slowly sort of starts humming, and you see it light up just ever so slightly, and the conveyor belt starts moving.
Does that mean I can give it another try, or that's as good as we're going to get it?
There is still the button on the control panel. You could push it if you want.
Absolutely.
You do that, and you see this gyroscopic table raise, and the body that is on the table immediately shoots and slides onto this conveyor belt and starts moving away.
Yeah,
out of the room.
Runs over to the conveyor belt and picks it up off the conveyor belt.
Yeah, I'm gonna assist with that also. I'm not letting this guy go just yet.
All right. Yeah, you grab the body and you are able to sort of pull it back off the conveyor belt. And I mean, it is surprisingly heavy. I mean, nearly, a few 100 pounds, but I would say the two of you together are able to ungracefully drag it back. And so it's now sitting sort of on the floor, and then you can lift it back onto the table if you want.
What happened? What's that sound?
That was the sound of the garbage disposal.
Patrick, question: now, this Warforged. If I compare it to, if whatever knowledge I have regarding Warforges themselves, does this look like a completed version? Like all of its parts are in place: eyes, arms, legs, abs, head, everything.
Give me an investigation check.
Oh damn! Can I get a guidance?
You guidance spammers.
Yes. Guidance, yes.
All you got to do is take one cantrip, and everyone gets an extra D4 on every check.
Yeah, you look over the body. It definitely appears intact. And as you are checking, it doesn't appear to be infused with your spirit, but it does appear to be a nearly intact body form.
Pavo, I'm gonna need to borrow your soul for a second.
But I need that.
Wait, soul?
What
No.
else am I going to trade
why
at
soul?
Crossroads?
Well, I'm not giving it mine.
No, you don't have a soul.
Well,
Alright.
he's a jerk, so he's not going to heaven.
I
But
am.
he has a soul.
I mean, I am a literal ghost in a machine.
Well, what's this button do then? Oh wait, there's a lever here. Pull the lever, Pavo.
Don't pull the lever, Pavo, I'm afraid.
Don't
I
touch the
wonder
button.
if there's an on-off switch on this thing.
I'm still pushing
Are you
buttons.
talking
It
about
doesn't
Pavo?
work.
Oh yeah, no, that's called balling up your fist and punching him in the back of the head.
I have hollow bones. Don't do that.
Yeah, as you move the lever, some of these body forms start sliding along the track and obviously move along the track to sit on this table where whatever other body parts would get, fused along to it or on top of it.
Are they just like coming to the table?
Regardless? Nope. Only when Pavo is using the lever.
Okay, so I don't have to like pull the body away.
Oh, no, that's
Not
this
yet.
button-
Okay,
That's what this button's for. Hit the eject button.
I lift the body off the table.
Wait, you put the body on the floor?
As he's reaching over the table, I hit the button again.
Montauk, as you are doing this, roll me a d20, please.
All right.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
This many Warforged will awaken. 7.
It doesn't awaken, but as you are sort of grabbing and pulling and maneuvering it around, this blade shoots out of the arm, stabbing you for 5 minus 2 for 2 damage.
It has a saw blade.
Wait. 5 minus 2. Doesn't he also then subtract 3 for his heavy armor master?
Yeah, 5 minus 3 equals 2 is what I was trying to say.
Yeah. All right, Montauk will just sort of grunt in pain, look over, and then just like flip the arm just away from him.
Yeah,
Perhaps
and
we should
it
put
slams down onto the side.
Lay it across. Just there you go.
Scrap Heap, do you have one of those?
I'm looking at my character sheet. That's what I'm saying. Meta, outside meta, and I do not have anything that cool inside me.
Yet.
Perhaps
Sure.
we will find the armory.
Montauk, pull my arm.
Speaking of finding the armory, I think we've seen enough. All we can see from this room. So why don't we check out the other one?
All right.
Ishka points to the door she's standing in front of.
There's no more
But-
buttons to push.
Yeah,
when
no,
we're
that's not
here,
an
right?
actual door.
Oh,
That leads outside of a map that has like flying machines on it. So you're not going
My bad.
there.
Never
But
mind, it's a
hidden-
wall.
Hidden blade.
But,
All right, so this is basically the end of the road then.
I see the flying
Oh my
machines.
god, the flying machines.
Yep. How are you able to move through walls? Dynamic lighting shouldn't allow you to do that.
I think
It
it's because
doesn't
I'm holding
default to restrict movement.
I know,
Montauk
but
gets
I
on a
always,
flying
I
machine
always,
that flies away.
I always tell it to.
New dynamic lighting update?
Must be.
It's not the torch. I thought it might be because I was holding the torch at the same time, but it's not.
Okay, let me try something. I mean, Pavo's already done with all the
There's no more
messing
buttons,
about
right?
with the control panel. I mean,
You
I
have
wanna-
pushed all the buttons.
All right, Montauk, as soon as Pavo's away from the controls, puts this thing back down at the table. And then watches Pavo like a hawk to make sure he's not going to dump the thing into the lava.
I'm gonna stay here.
Fuck, where?
I will also say, with your passive perception, Ol Silver, you notice with the torch that the eyes of this Warforged glow sort of with a greenish tint as opposed to Scrap Heap's red.
Maybe he's the good version.
I am the good version. I mean, I'm the good
Oh,
version.
I'm muted.
Wondered why we hadn't heard you.
I made a great joke about the armory and all the like body parts we saw earlier.
You can still do that.
We saw the armory earlier. You see all those limbs.
Old
And I
Silver.
literally made that exact joke that Ian made. That's what made me realize that
Old
Mike
Silver
muted.
is a master of comedy.
He's stealing
Anybody
my
else want to
jokes.
check out this Warforged to see if they can
So-
spot any differences?
I do. I just want to ask a question first. Have we come across other ones with heads intact that don't include Scrap Heap because he's one of us?
No. As you were making your way here, you found the like geothermal, seemingly energy bit, and you saw that's where the conveyor belt leads to, and there were some various body parts that were on the conveyor belt. And in the first office area you came into, you found clay designs of like the arm blade and other items and things like that. But
All
no,
right.
yeah, nothing like a depository of actual body parts.
I would like to look
Aw.
over this thing and hopefully get a guidance before I do so.
Yep.
So what should I roll?
Investigation, please.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, you notice, in going between Scrap Heap and this one, you definitely notice the arm blade. You notice that the eyes, or whatever passes for eyes here, react sort of differently to light, making you think that this type might have dark vision or something like that. And you also notice that it has almost heavy iron gauntleted fists that you think would be able to be used for bludgeoning damage that Scrap Heap doesn't have. Yeah, basically I put in some Unearthed Arcana bits.
So it's a thing built for war.
Ooh.
Yes, this is very clearly a Warforged that is designed for, you would think, like close quarter combat.
Huh. It's a strike unit.
If he is not going to be alive, can we give these
I-
things to Scrap Heap?
Yes. So I want to looking over this, given the fact that I'm pretty sure I know nothing about its construction, let alone how you would harvest from one thing and add it to another. What is my general estimate on the likelihood of successful organ transplant, for lack of a better term?
It's generally, what's generally known about Warforged is that they are created through arcane rituals, typically done in Thay or in Lantern. Nobody quite understands it outside of those societies. You think, somebody who is very skilled in like tinkerer's tools or something like that probably could do it. But, you would need to find someone with that skill.
Not impossible, just unlikely.
Just difficult. I mean, there's enough where you guys are. You're not actually too far from like Mintarn or other things where there are gnomes that could definitely tinker. And while they may not be able to bring life to a Warforged, they could presumably repair or modify.
Where's the nearest Temple of God?
Not here.
Obviously not here, Montauk.
Does it look like it would be easy enough to disconnect the various parts we would want to take without causing them injury?
Give me another investigation check.
Do
Guidance.
the
Take the guidance.
the laser things in the corners look like we can turn them on from in here anywhere?
Looking at these body parts, you think, depending exactly what you wanted to take, there's a
Basically, my
mixture
thought
of
is-
wood and metal in here. Like, you might be able to break them off, or, if you wanted to do it quickly, you could like chop off the head and break apart some of the limbs, above the joints where you would presumably want to attach them to Scrap Heap, but there's no guarantee it wouldn't damage something.
So taking the full corpse is the best option then. Gotcha.
Yeah. Montauk just lifts the whole thing in a fireman's carry.
Also, since Nidoras is here, and since right now he's the closest thing to understanding these things, what about the documents that were in the other room? Would Nidoras be able to understand those documents?
Even with a cursory glance, probably over time, but the entire ritual isn't there. Part of it, crumbled away. But you would recognize this something as something that would be incredibly valuable to, Candlekeep or some other research facility, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but those documents are turning to dust the moment anybody puts a finger on it. So,
No, I fixed
and-
them.
Yeah, only some of them crumbled away to dust. Other ones you were able to recover. So you've got a fair amount of information needed, just not all of it. Even so, it's a valuable document.
we don't have to take this Warforge with us right now. Let's just explore and clear out the area. So when we do decide to leave, we can come back, pick it up, and leave.
The other thing I will say, Nithdoris, as you read through this, is you realize that neither Scrap Heap nor this Warforged in front of you have a Gulra, which is a traditional rune on their forehead. It's the primordial for truth. And, usually a Warforged will have a rune sort of specific to their personality, but these ones are, you realize both Scrap Heap and this one are conspicuously missing a Gulra.
What about the ones that are outside in the assembly line?
You didn't see... all of those are sort of body forms that you would build a Warforged around. So they're all blank entirely. They're like mannequins at this point.
Okay.
Where do they build the parts?
That's a good question.
We
Is
saw
there-
when they disposed the
What
parts.
about the lines on the floor? They obviously have to go somewhere if they're leading over here. They're obviously coming from somewhere.
Those are just tracks, though. Like they're tracks
but-
for the mannequins.
Oh, Yeah,
What
but the
about the things in
tracks-
the corners?
The lights, you do not see anything in here that necessarily you understand as a means of controlling them. They could clearly be part of whatever, ritual or ceremony is used to give life to a Warforged, but they don't seem to be mechanically operated.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. As much as I would love to stay here more, I don't think we're getting anything
Well,
else out of here.
I mean, we could try one thing, and I will tap it on the head with the dagger of mending.
And
Live!
Scrap Heap dog piles on Pavo.
So 10 minutes later.
So the only other sort of exit you see in this room is the conveyor belt itself. Other than that, you seem to have reached the end of the line.
Have we checked to see where the conveyor belt goes?
No.
You-
we assume.
Yeah, you've seen what you assume is the very end of it, where it's sort of dumping it into this geothermal, like lava pit, basically.
I say to everyone, I'll be right back. I sit down, go into a trance, and send off Minerva.
All right. And as Minerva goes forward, it curves around, and Minerva finds an area where you see a couple of other tables laid out and a couple of other body forms laid down over here. One that is, nearly intact, and one that is basically just a head and what appears to be the start of like a skeletal system, but it's all this intricately carved and twisted wood.
And I'm assuming she can see all the way over to here.
Yep, and then you can see that most most of this, the conveyor belt is going now, are just parts that are now disappearing into the lava, and has now been emptied since Pavo restarted the system.
So, assuming it won't pop her because she has 1 hit point in heat, she will fly into that area and
as soon as she flies over
there.
top, as soon as she flies over top of it, there is enough heat that it is warm, but it does not destroy her.
Good to know. I assume she can fly through into here.
Yeah, which is where you guys came from in the first place.
Okay, so I will action turn her into the pocket dimension, and sort of shake my head and pop her back out.
All right. Yep, so you found what appears to be an area where these full bodies get dismantled back into smaller parts before they get tossed completely out.
Take a lot of effort to go through to throw them away.
Must be able to
Perhaps they
reuse
wish to
parts.
save good parts.
Or
Did
they
we
need to
go
do it
in?
to free the spirit inside it or something.
Did it look like they were tools to take things off the body? Question mark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Montauk will pick up the Warforged body that's on the table, and the conveyor belt is still moving, yes?
Yes.
Okay, is it moving at a blisteringly fast pace?
Moderate pace, not a super fast pace.
Okay, could I outrun it?
Yes.
Can't we
Okay.
just shut it off?
Montauk will step onto the conveyor belt.
I'll hit the
With the
off
body
button.
over your shoulder?
Yes.
I'm following Montauk to give him a hand.
All right. Yeah, if you guys continue forward and up around the corner, you will find the area that
God damn it.
Doris tells you about. So right in
hit
here.
hit the button
This
and turn it off.
body here, is that just something that was on the belt?
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
gone once the belt was started again.
Okay. And Montauk will lay the guy down and look at Scrap Heap and go, perhaps you know how to do this. Or perhaps the wizard will.
We left the wizard. The wizard should be joining us, but by the time they join us, I look around. Am I able to figure it out?
Give me a straight intelligence check as you try and decipher these this type of machinery.
Oh, gonna fail hard.
Yeah, nothing like this looks familiar. You can tell the purpose of it, but not necessarily how to use it. And Chris, I'm going to break your heart by saying that I had a pulse rifle on the conveyor belt for you. Had it not been turned on.
Damn it! Damn you, Ian!
Oh my god!
Montauk needed a pulse rifle.
That's magic.
Yeah, when you mentioned it last session, I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Are you?
It was a lucky guess, and damn you!
A genuine plasma rifle. Wow.
Yeah, they show up in not in this particular adventure, but in Call of the Deep. They do show up. So this I figured would be a decent place to put it.
They're also in Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I was gonna get all Doom all up on some illithid bitches. God damn it.
Pablo's
It's not too late.
You can still rip and tear this guy.
You are just trying to make Montauk feel better.
Well, why don't we start playing with these machines and see what they do? Okay, let's turn on this one by Old Silver.
That's a bad idea.
I still want Montauk to carry Scrap Heap around like C-3PO on Chewbacca's back.
These are clearly designed to take apart inactive Warforged.
This one is inactive.
And he's
he
still on the
Yes.
table
Flops down
or
a
inactive?
600-pound thing. On
And
the
our friend Scrap Heap here is very much active currently. I don't want to see what these things would do to him if they thought he was the one that needed to be taken apart.
They're on tracks, though. So
Then
if he
we
just
will not put-
stands over here, he should be fine.
Then we will not put Scrap Heap on the table.
Do we want to risk that though? Ishka
Scrap-
certainly doesn't.
Scrap
What did they
Heap.
even do?
Oh my god! As a player, I want to say I'm going for it. As Scrap Heap, I'm hesitant. I don't know which one to listen to.
Come on, let's meet your maker.
And you can see, because you got the power on and Pavo fixed part of the control panel, that these disassemblers are currently active.
Ah, there you go. It's not all doom and gloom plasma rifles off.
Oh my god! I so want to go for this.
Come on, Pavo's hand's going for the button, the Scrappy won't.
Montauk would not even know where he would find cell ammo in this world.
Yep, we hit the button. Let's just hit the button. Out of the way, Scrap Heap.
Okay, I'm gonna roll a D100. If it's less than D100, I'll go for it. If it's not,
Pavo goes for it.
I'll.
Well, as Nithdoris says, as soon as this body is sort of plopped down and the buttons are pushed, this Warforged body that you found is almost quickly sort of dismantled and dismembered. So you are able to grab whatever body parts you wish to save from it, should you choose.
Go for the optics.
Yeah, definitely the optics.
And the sword arm.
The sword arm second. I need dark vision first.
All right, so yeah, you guys are
Yeah.
able to grab the arm blade and the optic area.
Scrap Heap. His butt plate's shinier. Should probably take that too.
Yeah, but mine's platinum.
40% platinum.
I think we should sell Scrap Heap.
I'm gonna change my name after this.
When we get a chance, I'm going to identify all the various interesting parts we've taken from this thing, assuming we haven't seen any other interesting parts that would be good to take.
At this point, most of the rest have been thrown into trash. I mean, the body parts of a Warforged are interesting, but don't necessarily have a lot of intrinsic value. But, these specific parts certainly might.
Quick question though. I'm pinging over here. Are they glowing because of the forge pit?
Yeah, they're melting.
Oh crap! I thought there was something shiny and awesome.
How much more do you need me to give you? Come on.
I will upgrade myself to maximum. Okay, no.
Speaking of which, watch the movie Upgrade. It's fantastic.
Ooh. So right now we managed to grab the optics and
The arm blade.
The arm blade. Okay.
Yep.
Which, if memory serves, is actually a magical item.
Yeah, they are. What about
Nice.
this one that's already been disassembled? It's just like the root nervous system.
Yeah, as soon as you have these machines up and running, it basically finishes dismantling and tossing. I mean, it's mostly intricately sort of carved and designed wood mixed with sort of metal and occasionally even pieces of stone. I got to do some fun research on the history of Warforged for this. This was good.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Ooh.
I guess the last thing in this room are these big ass fans, or what's going on over here?
Yeah, they appear to be some type of turbine system, which, to your mind, they just seem like they are blowing wind and keeping things cool.
Okay, so
I will say you guys have found everything I have sort of placed in this room. the one big thing I will, because there was split over 2 weeks. Remember that in your description describing why you were being built, Scrap Heap, it was to be a vessel of knowledge. Yet all of these Warforged, as Nithdoris has seen, seem to be built for war.
The information, the anecdota, Ironside was built to be a receptacle, a vessel, a champion of knowledge built underneath the family library, and its kinds were destroyed. Now, the question I had last week that I didn't get to ask, which kinds were the receptacle of knowledge or all Warforges in general?
Impossible to say. I mean, you're just looking at what is written in a book.
Huh. And Emperor Velnos is a massive dick, so that's all I know.
Yes. Now let us go to this village and find this Lorien. But first, we outjog the conveyor belt. Let's go. And we all have some great exercise.
Yeah.
Actually, the thing is, I recognize the geothermal room. It's connected to the same hallway, so no.
I suggest we don't go in there, as that's designed to dispose of metal pieces. It would be tricky if we fell into the heat.
And silver is a metal.
And I changed my mind. I go back the same way as everyone else.
All right, and you guys find yourselves back up in the library. You head, out. It is now early afternoon, and looking at the map that you got from Rovian, you guys make your way along the side of the mountain of this island. And while walking, you notice now, almost as soon as you leave the library itself, the fog has lifted even more. You're able to see about 300 feet as opposed to the 150 you could see before you entered the library and released the runes in that area. And, as you continue walking, you note that, again, there's no visible signs of volcanism despite the geothermal area that you have seen on the outside. The fog continues to have this sort of sulfurous odor and contain impurities, but, you don't see a smoking caldera or anything like that. And eventually, after, a good another hour of walking, you reach an open field area in which are about a dozen huts of very crude workmanship. Among them, you see men and women wearing rough and rudimentary clothing, sitting down, talking with each other. You see a young girl massaging the shoulders of an old woman, while two children appear to be playing with some stones on the ground. And as soon as they see you, they all seem to sort of stop what they're doing.
I wave. Hello.
So does Nithdoris. Any half-elves with red hair amongst the group?
Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Got it.
Don't need it.
None that you spot. You do notice as you look at all of them, though, they all really seem to resemble each other, and they definitely don't seem comfortable as you sort of look at them. And they all, point at you to each other, and then almost in unison, they get up and make their way into the huts. And as this happens, you see coming out of the largest hut is an old man coming towards you with sort of a perturbed expression on his face. And he makes his way, towards you as you sort of stand there, and at a short sort of distance, he just looks at you and just says, you shouldn't be here. You got to leave. You need to forget. It's dangerous.
We come for the only one of you with a name, Lorien.
We don't use names here. Names are just shackles.
The half-elf with red hair.
I don't
Female
know.
half-elf with red hair.
I don't know any red-haired half-elf. We're not like that here.
Please,
You
sir,
gotta leave. Knowledge is dangerous.
if you help us, the more you help us, the faster we'll be able to leave.
You need to leave now. You've been searching. The creatures came. And he sort of points to one of the huts, and you can see part of the walls have been broken and there's sort of blood on the ground. And he just says, knowledge brings the creatures. Horrible creatures appeared, wreaked havoc in the village. They killed 2 of the villagers and then disappeared into thin air. You've been snooping. Questions are a burden to others. Answers are a prison to oneself.
Where's the monster? We could help you with that.
You brought monsters. Stop immediately and leave, man. You need to leave the island. You need to forget.
What if we keep
Calm
asking
down.
questions?
Calm down,
Will the
Cheech.
monster come if we just ask questions?
We could kill the monster.
Why is the
Call me
sky?
kill the monster.
Does
Where is
any of this
purple?
sound familiar to anything I've come across in my studies?
All you read about in your studies, you read that there were people on the island. They were just sort of unremarkable and not worth visiting the island for.
I meant more specifically any sort of creature that will attack and then disappear into mist once finished its goal or task.
When you were in the library, you saw just after the seal or the runes on the ground had been disturbed by Montauk, what appeared to be a large Grick that appeared, looked around, moved into attack, and then vanished almost immediately. It looked like it came from another plane to you.
Scrapheap asks. Sorry, you go ahead.
No, all I was going to say was,
Okay, because something I just want to ask the old guy. What or who is Yeno or Alun?
I don't know. What do you mean? Don't ask questions.
If you don't answer any of our questions, we're just going to have more questions.
Why does the grass sound like Wednesday?
What is the
What?
sound of one hand clapping?
What happened to the Snowdens of yesteryear?
Does a bear poop in the woods?
Why is the sun?
Do my parents love me?
I can answer that one for you.
I don't know any of those. You shouldn't ask the questions of us. You should leave. You are bringing danger to us.
See, the problem is we can't leave until we find this redheaded girl. So if you can find the
Point
redheaded
being,
girl,
but we're just agitating him by asking him more questions. So at the very least, we should just leave him alone and just stop talking to him.
Do you think
Yeah,
so? Are we
I mean,
agitating you by asking you questions?
You can see he is clearly agitated, and I answer what I can. Will you leave? You cast detect magic, and you pick up this entire village feels like it is under the same abjuration magic as the seals you found in the other locations. This one feels different in that you feel like you could almost willfully remove it. It wouldn't, like, the magic coming off it feels like you could just mentally remove it as opposed to having to dispel it or do anything else with it.
Oh.
Inspiration for
Okay.
that.
Oh.
So get rid of it.
None of you know this yet. I'm just sort of looking around with a very pensive look on my face. And
Come on. Follow
I
your inner
will-
Pavo. Push the button.
I
Push
will
the button.
eye Old Silver and Montauk and sort of give them a be ready look, and then I will attempt to break it.
Before he does, just 1 second, I want to do a sense, divine sense. Anything?
You reach out with your divine sense. You don't pick up anything that is evil. You do pick up a sense of unease and sort of strangeness as this happens. You are definitely in the presence of, something very, very odd, but it doesn't necessarily come across to you as purely evil.
All right.
I
Montauk's
whisper this to the group.
Montauk's going to look at the old man and say, Montauk says this. Your village swore to protect something, and you have instead chosen to forget. This is not the way things should be.
Oh, you don't understand. We protect by forgetting. We protect by forgetting, remembering it. We are here to protect against the knowledge.
Ishka's really just ready to walk away at this point. She doesn't see the point in talking to this guy anymore.
And then while this is going on, Nithdoris, you in your head end this, and you see this terrified look cross the face of this elder as this flashes briefly again in front of your eyes, the XHTAR that you have seen before. And again, it burns across your chest, Scrap Heap. This time it stays there, though. These letters are almost, it's like they've been etched in there forever, but they immediately appear.
Whoa. The whole thing is etched on me.
Just XHTAR.
XHTA.
And you remember or just know that this, in some long forgotten language, means star.
The XHT.AR means star.
Yes. And with this, there is also a massive tremor as the whole island shakes under your feet, and then around you pop out these hideous, horrendous beings from God knows where. And roll initiative, please.
Well, we just got this entire village killed. Congratulations, us.
It's just another day.
We're the good guys.
I mean, we are.
Is that a gibbering mouther? The only one without a name on it? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, good. It's the Far Realm. Here we go.
I think we're the baddies in this story.
Nah. We're just doing Umberlee's will, and this is what she willed. So it is not bad.
Umberlee's a crazy girlfriend.
So before this gets going, let's take a quick 5-minute bio break
Oh,
All
good.
right.
Thank you.
and then get into the battle.
right.
Yeah. Scatter time.
Was it always going to come to a head in this village?
BRB.
Nope.
Oh, good.
Because, I mean, this whole module, it depends which order you go to different locations.
Yeah, maybe we should have broken the seal in the library.
Miss Doris would have murdered us if we destroyed that library.
That's true. We could have done it in the swamp.
Did you want to fight in the swamp? Did you? What
Actually,
happened
no, that
last
was-
time you fought in the swamp?
Yeah.
You almost got swallowed by one.
The vegetation, the swamp did not like Montauk. Montauk is a man of the mountain. Also, your plant is on top of the mountain.
I'm pretty sure that Scrap Heap saved you there.
Barely.
Scrap Heap is designed to save people on this island.
Looking at the old man's face, yeah, I don't think so. We kind of screwed it up.
Perhaps this is Scrap Heap's destiny. Great tales shall be told after Montauk goes and gets a beer. So I'll be right back.
So let's see, after all of this, what the new upgrades do for me.
Back.
Hello, Puppet.
Hello.
Basically,
No,
if you
don't-
find someone who can do the work, you will have a +1 arm blade and you will have dark vision.
Nice.
I have a question about that arm blade.
Could it fit on your arm?
No. Montauk. It's attached to an arm, right? Like it's a whole separate arm.
It is, but the way Warforged are designed, it is like built on top of them and then almost gets absorbed by them. So it's not something you could wear like a gauntlet.
No, I was wondering if Montauk could wield the arm like, say, a halberd.
I'll just swing
Or
this
a
arm
flail.
around. It's fine.
A flail.
Yeah, it would be an improvised weapon.
+1 improvised weapon.
What if I were just
He could take Tavern Brawler to get proficiency.
What if I were just to swing the entire Warforged body around? Montauk is strong enough for this.
No,
You don't have it anymore. All you've got is
Yeah.
the
You know what we
head
do
and the
have?
arm.
We have Scrap Heap.
You could use me as as a base. I hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker. Ooh, Guidance coming back in season 2 Picard. Nice.
While we're waiting, I showed Nabil earlier, but I finally finished that Dragon Ball Z thing I've been working on. Does everyone mind if I share it to the chat?
No, please do.
All right. See if it'll actually post. I just posted in the general thing there. Come on. There you go.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yep. So happy. I'm so happy it's done. I started in September and I finally finished it today.
September. Wow.
Okay, I wasn't stitching it every day, to be fair, but
Nah, it's impressive. You got the shades. Anyone else would have just stuck with, regular outlines, but doing with the shades and everything, that's freaking cool.
well, I was given the picture, and then there's like programs online where you can just convert pictures into patterns. That's all I did.
Huh. You young kids and your easy way outs.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. Get out of there! I wouldn't have been able to match all those colors on my own. I'm not that good.
Actually, though I don't know why this reminded me of the whole new tattoo fad is now crochet tattoos, or is it stitch tattoos? I don't know. What
Oh
they're
yeah.
called.
Okay. People are getting tattoos about crochet and cross stitch. Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, it looks like they crocheted onto the skin, which is kind of cool at the same time. So
Yeah.
We were talking about getting tattoos because we both have tried to wear matching necklaces where I had like one half of a TARDIS and she had the other half of the TARDIS and there was like a heart. We both lost it
Aw.
repeatedly.
Aw.
Oh shit.
So we were talking about getting a tattoo that we could like put them together and have them match.
Aww,
Aw.
that's so sweet. Are you gonna get the tattoo ring fingers?
We talked about that too.
Oh, they're so cute. And that's how you know it's permanent. Did I freak everyone out about that?
No.
No.
Nope.
I just
is
like
everybody back?
I like the idea of those kind of tattoos. I just would never get one myself because like no matter like I'm always of the person that I'm unfortunately a little bit what's the word,
Conservative.
pessimistic when it comes to that because like everything like life is constantly changing. So even though you want and intend to be with this person forever, and that's why you get the tattoo, like life changes and that may not necessarily happen. So I personally would just be hesitant about getting that. But if that's your thing, fantastic, go for it. All the more power to you. It's just I'm just would always be hesitant to do it myself.
Yeah, Brendan, she could get her arms stuck in a threshing machine and you'd look stupid.
Boo.
Oh no, they're going to be face tattoos.
Even better.
Awesome. Press
You'll
your faces
never be
against each
able
other
to
and they
do it
match.
again.
And
With
remember-
that, Ol Silver, you are up first as you see these creatures blink into existence.
Hell yeah, I am. This guy right here.
Seems to be flying like an insect with a giant trident.
You know what? I don't like that. It seems rude flying around like that where melee enemies can't get you. I'm gonna do my thing and take 2 shots. Bonus action, blah blah blah. Advantage and then 2 shots. That's a 27 and several 16s.
Both hit. That is 28 piercing. You strike twice. This creature seems to let out a slight screech, but is still flying.
One bit for me.
Takes us to Pavo.
Let's hit the big one with a shatter, I guess.
All right, that guy.
There you go.
Now is
That is a 23, unfortunately. Any movement, any bonus action?
There's flying ones around right now, right?
2 of them.
Yeah, so I'll stay on the ground for right now because I don't want them to corner me up there.
Patrick,
Yep.
did you link the health bars on the flyers?
Yeah. Oh, for the love of crap. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You injured
that
both of
one
them.
wouldn't hit.
I'm
That's
real
weird.
good.
I only saw 2, but he clearly shot 4.
Yeah, I hate that I do that to myself sometimes when I'm running games.
I do it all the damn time.
Montauk is seeing double.
All right.
4 crusties.
Either way, this guy is going to move here. This guy will come there. They both let out these horrendous screeches. And I need everyone to give me Constitution saving throws, please.
10 feet
Uh-oh.
of me, everyone gets a +3 to their cons.
Woohoo!
So everyone from the first attack.
+4.
Okay.
It's within 15 feet?
10 feet.
14. 14
Oh,
for Pop.
10 feet. Ah, crap. Oh, well, I passed.
Hopefully.
Whoop, let me change that.
3, right?
Yeah, Nithdoris, you feel your entire body lock up as you are paralyzed. Where is my... All right, as is Montauk.
No, that kills my plan of going over and slaughtering the aberrant chewer.
Yeah, Silver, Ishka, Scrap Heap. Wow, Scrap Heap as well is paralyzed.
So is Minerva.
So is Minerva. And then they will finish their movement and just fly to about there. And that takes us to Rubel.
Aberrant Chewer didn't take his half damage from the Shredder.
Oh, he does?
Perfect.
So
All
10
right.
damage.
Now we can't see health bars except for one guy, 2 guys.
Yeah, I'm fixing that up for you. So that takes us to Rubel.
I'm going to call lightning.
Where?
I'm going to focus on the Void Seer.
Which one? There's 2 of them. Probably the close one or the far one.
Yeah, the close one, the close one.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take a step back so I can get within the 10 feet zone.
We're also getting all around Scrap Heap for AoE attacks, even if we're better at avoiding them.
That is a 19 on their save, so half damage.
Oh, well, it's on now.
It is on. And that takes us to the Void Seer. And it is going to send this piercing, almost ray of energy out toward Nithdoris, who is currently paralyzed.
Is there so many because we asked so many questions?
Yes. No, this is just...
Are you serious?
No, I'm not. That is going to be an 18 to hit, which hits. You are paralyzed. That is going to be 8 piercing damage. And then it is going to turn its gaze toward you, Old Silver. And I need you to give me... Oh, actually, no. It's going to keep focusing on Nithdoris because it needs to for the range. Give me another Constitution save, please. That is a success. So you take 5 necrotic damage. This guy will move there. And that is an 18 to hit you, Pavo, for 6 damage. And then I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw as well, please.
One second.
And you get the +3 from Pavo. Or from Scrap Heap.
Wait, Pavo's
Even-
given +3 as well. Awesome.
Yeah. Scrap Heap, even though he's locked up and sparking, gives you that, which does not help. You take 10 necrotic damage, and your movement is reduced to 15 feet. Even your flight.
What's the damage? Sorry.
10 necrotic.
Okay.
And so you have a total of 15 feet of movement. So I'll just do that.
Is that walking or all movement?
All movement. That takes us to Montauk. End of your turn. Give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. As a free action, I collapse down 5 feet into this square so that I get the +3. No, it's fine.
Timber.
I'm back.
Yep, you break the paralysis that is holding you. Now, this guy, the big guy, is going to move in on you, Scrap Heap. And he has these massive sort of pincer arms that he swings out at you.
Ooh.
Well, actually, he can stay there and do it from reach. That is a 22 to hit. And you are also grappled.
Even with the aura of liberation?
That's right. Your aura prevents you from doing that.
He doesn't do that. That is done to him.
Correct.
It's a shame that doesn't include paralyze.
Yeah, and it will move in with another pincer. That is a 21 to hit, which just hits you. Because you're paralyzed, that is an automatic crit because he's within 5 feet. So you take, so it's 10 bludgeoning from the first one and 22 bludgeoning from this one. And then it attempts to bite you as well for a 24 for another 10 piercing. Oh no, for another 20 piercing damage.
Jesus.
So it's 24 plus.
Insta crits. No, it was 24 to hit for a total of 20 piercing damage.
Oh, thank God. Phew.
And give me another Constitution saving throw, please.
I'm guessing disadvantage?
Nope.
Oh, right. Sweet. Con. God damn it.
You
is
you
a
are
12.
paralyzed. Yeah,
Is-
it's still paralyzed.
Is that including?
No, that isn't a 12.
That includes his plus
+3.
6.
Okay.
Yeah,
That includes my +3.
he's just had 2 very low rolls.
Yep.
All right, Nithdoris, you are paralyzed. End of your turn. Give me a Constitution save, please.
All right.
You remain paralyzed.
And the bird. A 14
Minerva is
good?
no longer paralyzed.
Cool.
That takes us to Ishka. So this flying insect is fairly badly hurt.
I am still
Uh,
muted. All right then.
Yeah, the other creatures have just taken little bits of damage.
You know what? I feel bad about this, but the Void Seer seem to be the bigger threat because they can take down multiples of us at a time. Which one is Rubel focusing on again?
This one. Let me get
That
the
one.
spell token.
That one.
I'm going to back up, so I'm still within Scrap Heap's aura, but trying to get some distance between myself and that big guy. Sorry, Scrap Heap, but that guy seems like a one at a time kind of deal. So she's going to focus fire on the Void Seer that Rubel is targeting. Ah, come on. I'm going to call lightning as well, but
All
I'm trying
right.
to take this guy down quickly, so I'm going to upcast it.
Go Grease Lightning, go Grease
Da,
Lightning.
da, da, da. Because the sooner we take those guys out, the better for everyone involved.
Mm-hmm.
Goodness gracious, great balls of lightning.
That damage roll though.
Yeah, 24 that's decent on 4d10.
And that is a 13 on the save, so it takes
Nice.
all of that 24 damage.
Nice. Yeah, normally I would focus on the smaller ones, but I mean, the smaller ones will probably be attacking one creature at a time. These Void Seers could take out the entire group in one shot if we all roll badly. So they're the ones that need
That
to be
was
taken
the
out first.
chaos insects.
Yeah, I hope the insects can only do that once per day.
Oh, the insects are the ones that did the paralyzing screech thing. My
Yes.
bad. Oh well, done.
Yeah. Scrap Heap. End of your turn. Constitution saving throw, please.
Don't fail.
Wow.
13 is exactly what you needed.
Yay!
Phew, lucky number 13.
All right. This creature moves up.
Gonna eat an old man.
He kind of collapses to the ground doing nothing. Oh, damn it. As this gibbering starts to infect all of your ears, and even from this distance, is just kind of disruptive to your head. It doesn't affect you yet, but you can hear it. And with that, you also hear some screaming from the far side as bursting through one of the huts is another one of these large aberrant chewers. And you can see it has the corpses of a couple of these villagers just sort of scattered at its feet.
Okay, that might be our fault.
That takes us to Old Silver.
Might is a weak word.
Still subjective.
I
May-
will fire more arrows at this guy. I'll fire one, see if he dies.
Well, you figure he's
15?
taken 28.
Yep, you shoot him out of the sky.
All right, and this guy's how hurt is he looking?
Pretty badly hurt.
I will fire an arrow at him. That's a
That is a
Natural 20.
critical. That is more than enough to take him out. Any movement?
I'm move there.
All right. Pavo, you've got 15 feet of movement.
yeah, but I don't want Scrap Heap to die.
Save
Is that
him.
Is that a genuine human emotion or bird emotion?
Save him so I can use my spell slots for offense.
Don't make me heal.
Can't you
I'm a
just like
cleric,
make that?
not a healer, damn it.
Can't you just make that thing go around as a bonus action? Your call lightning.
Yeah, I know. I was making a joke.
All right.
Also, we'll do Mantle of Inspiration as a bonus action. I'll use one of my bardic inspirations. Check. And number equal my charisma modifier. And what level are we?
Level 7.
All right. So 3 people get 7 temporary hit points. So Scrap Heap, remember to take your cure wounds there. Plus 8 temporary hit points. Same with Montauk and Doris.
Thank you.
They get 8 temporary.
Okay.
And any movement?
I will put Scrap Heap more between me and them.
All right. This insect, seeing there is only one of you that is still paralyzed, will go over and attempt to stab twice with a trident.
That's mean.
That is a 14,
That is a
which
miss.
does not hit.
It just impacted on the surface.
Yeah, that is a 16, which does hit. Total of 18 piercing damage. And it used all its movement to get there.
So
Takes
11
us
after
to-
the temporary.
Yeah, takes us to Rubel.
All right, I'm going to use my bonus action to call lightning again on the, and I'll do it on the chaos insect, but do it in a way that does not hurt. Nithdoris, and yeah, I'm going to go like, I don't
Sounds
think
good.
my thing isn't working yet, so I'll offset it by so they don't get caught in the crossfire.
Yeah, that is a 12, which is a failure. Roll your damage. All right, 9 lightning damage. As one of the lightning twins fires off again. Yeah, there's this great crack and, flash, and yeah, you fully envelop this creature, but that is the first damage it has taken. Any movement, Rubel?
I would like to get closer to if the aberrant chewer. Oh,
Yep.
Hun, in the freezer. In the freezer up here. The aberrant chewer. If I go behind Scrap Heap, does that creature have reach?
You did see it hit Scrap Heap from a fair distance away.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah. Scrap Heap, I think you're gonna have to crud. I
How
want
do
to
I
give
do
you-
that?
because if I enter, because I used my bonus action to call lightning, so I can't just healing word you.
No, that was
Originally-
your action. Call lightning as an action.
No, not to do it again.
Yeah,
Hold on, let me reread the.
I have the same spell as an action on each of your turns.
Oh, as an action on each of my turns. Okay.
I mean, it
Yeah.
does mean you can healing word though.
So
Yep,
you can do what you wanted to do. Is just opposite. You call lightning as your action. Now you can healing word as your bonus action.
Yeah, that would be pretty strong if you still had your action and you hadn't cast a spell that turn, but still got to deal
it's just a
damage.
bonus action. Okay, so I'm gonna.
Rubel's
cast
forced to heal. Rubel's forced to heal.
You know what? Level 3. Done.
You heal for 8, Scrap Heap.
Oh my god, 2 1s.
What?
2 1s and a. There's 3 1s. No, yeah, 1. Never mind. I can't count.
Yeah, that was some minimum healing.
Ooh. Damn. You're healed. That's be grateful.
Oh, he doesn't need to. He can stay at range. So he will. That is a 15, which misses you, Scrap Heap. And then he is going to use his gaze again on you, Pavo. I need another Constitution saving throw, please.
+3.
Yeah, you get the +3. Not sure if Ian is away right now, so we will go to Montauk.
He is coming back downstairs.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's fine. So yeah, you've still got a paralyzed Nithdoris in front of you, this flying insect creature, which was just struck by lightning, and then the larger guys over here, and this gibbering sort of creature, which is making its way towards you guys.
I so want to go carve this big guy up, but this little dude's going to slaughter our wizard, and Montauk likes our wizard.
Does he?
Well, I mean,
Aw.
he tolerates the wizard, which is the best you can hope for in this situation. So yeah, Montauk is going to. Let's see
It's
here.
begrudging respect.
Yeah, basically. So I'm going to turn on my superiority die, and 14 hit.
14 does hit.
Okay, great. Give me a strength save, please.
That is a 5. That is a failure.
Okay, he is now prone.
Yep, you knock him out of the air. 17 damage. He's looking quite badly hurt.
Okay,
Currently prone on the ground.
27 to hit for 13 more damage.
Exactly what he had. So yeah, you beat him out of the air with the flat of your sword, and then when he's down, just stab right through into the earth that is scorched and blackened from Rubel's lightning bolt.
You rolled a 1 to get a 1.
Absolutely. And then I am going to just sort of walk forward in an
All
annoyed
right.
manner.
All right, Pavo, you're fine. It is the Chewer's turn.
Free action Montauk just kind of waves him. Like, come on.
You wave at, it has no eyes.
Oh, it doesn't need eyes to see.
Yeah, in fact, I can get to there, which is just out of range to get Nithdoris. This guy is going to, yeah, seeing you move towards him, he will use one of his pincers on you, Montauk. That is a 23 to hit for 16, so 13 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, that brings me to
The other one at
Oh,
Scrap Heap is a 17, which bounces off your armor, doing no damage.
woo.
That takes us to Nithdoris. End of your turn. Another Constitution save, please.
Well, okay. I will hopefully succeed.
Success.
Yay! All right, and Minerva, seeing me snap out of confusion, will fly over, give the help action, and then sort of fly up and hover over here around a, let's say, 30-foot elevation.
Sounds good.
So help action on the, I think he's injured.
Yep, the
Chewer?
injured Void Seer. Yep. Oh,
Not
the
the, not
Chewer?
the voice
Yeah.
here, the chewer. The chewer.
Yeah, the Chewer is injured as well. He took damage from from Pavo's shatter. That takes us to Ishka.
All right. I can't access either one of the call lightning tokens, but I want to redirect mine, so it's right in between these two guys right here. And yeah, it's already upcast, so ha ha ha.
Yep, that'll do.
Level 4. I'm trying to aim it so it gets them both. There you go.
Yep.
Yay!
The Chewer rolls a 3.
Crack-a-coom! As
Seer
Ishka
gets
is
a
just like,
16, so he takes half damage.
and Ishka
is-
is just like, feel the wrath of nature! And just, boom.
Umberly is with us. She's a nature goddess.
All right, yeah, the lightning fully catches the larger Chewer. The one in the back does manage to get a little bit out of the way. They still get singed. Any movement, Ishka?
Staying there, but going to do my usual bonus action of Shillelagh just in case.
All right.
Yeah, because I don't want to leave his aura. I don't want to leave Scrap Heap's aura. I'm staying right where I am.
Scrap Heap, you have come back to yourself.
And I'm gonna bring that thing down. Am I still getting the help action from Minerva?
Yes.
No one's used it yet?
No one has used it. Okay, I will try to use it. First attack, activating Boon Touch. There we go. Oh damn, that's.
You have advantage.
You have
on that attack.
advantage.
I forgot to turn that.
Oh,
there you go.
yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Minerva comes
Smite,
through.
smite.
And 13 plus 8, I'm going to be combining that with my Branding Smite at level 2.
Probably not a branding smite because you have to cast that as a bonus action.
Okay.
A regular
Divine.
smite you can do once you hit. So yes, you can just a regular divine smite.
Okay, regular Divine coming in. It's better
There you
than
go.
that.
It's even better.
Better-
33, yeah.
You do have
Minerva
another.
almost-
I do have another, which another attack coming in.
Yeah,
No,
so
no, no.
Minerva,
It deals 4d8 because you crit.
yeah, so roll another 2d8.
2d8. Oh, damn, there it is.
Been waiting the entire campaign for him to smite on a crit.
2d8. 12.
Another 12, so 24, 37, 45 damage on your first swing as Minerva distracts and allows you to correct your swing. This creature is looking really badly hurt, but is still on its feet. Your second attack
Okay.
at 23 hits.
And with a 12 and another Divine Smite.
All right.
23.
Yeah, with another massive flash of energy. I mean, the words on your chest burn just as brightly, but you strike this creature down.
Wow.
Okay, so I am not going to move too far, but I will try to make sure everyone is within my aura by moving just here. Is Ishka in? Montauk, Nadoris?
That is everyone.
The only one who isn't is Minerva, who is probably out of range of anything.
Wait, hold on. Maybe I can move just a bit. No, Montauk is out of range.
Here.
Okay,
She's
I'll-
30 feet in the air. You're not going to reach her.
I'm not going to reach her, so I'll end my turn there.
All right. Did you bring Mouther moves there?
That's 69 damage in one go. That's Montauk levels of damage.
Giggity.
And I need everyone to give me a dexterity saving throw as this creature spits out this glob of light that just bursts on the ground.
Wow, my dexterity is.
Does that include Minerva, or is she high enough away that
She's high enough away.
Okay.
Old
I'm
Silver and Ishka and Scrap Heap are all blinded by this
Oh, crap.
blinding flash. And that takes us to Old Silver. You are
Okay.
currently blind.
I know where the big boy is, though, right?
You
General-
did?
I know the spot he's at. Last I checked.
Yes.
All right, so I can take a shot at him with disadvantage, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna take 2 straight shots by using my ability,
Okay.
Fighting Spirit. Yeah, there we go. So 23 and an 18.
Both hit.
Are you blind? So it's 21.
I
and
use-
eight.
He granted himself advantage.
I
Yeah.
just get to do that.
So that is 16 piercing damage. You hear the satisfying thunk, thunk of your crossbow bolts, knowing they hit even though you can't see anything.
I'm gonna
Wait.
open my eyes and find out that it was actually Rubel.
It better not be Rubel.
No, Rubel would have complained a lot more.
Yeah. Any movement
No, I'm good.
takes us to Pavo.
All right. Well, might as well just keep doing the shatter. I'm gonna aim between these two.
Ooh, all right. Oh, sorry. Start of your turn. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please. As the gibbering from this mouther. Oh, yeah. Roll me a d8, please. You have no reactions, and you do nothing on your turn. This gibbering just absolutely fogs your mind.
It's like listening to Rubel.
Hey, you will listen to my sermons and be a good little comfort.
Do I have to now do a roll for her gibbering?
Nope. Give me a Constitution save to see if you get your movement back, though.
And remember, you get the +3 because
Hey, you get your full movement back. All right. Rubel, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Umberly is my guide.
And you get the +3.
And
Yep.
Scrap Heap's also your guide, kind of.
And you needed that +3. Take your turn.
All right, I'm going to cast Call Lightning where Ian was going to cast Shatter.
Catching those two. All right. Damn, that's an 18 from the gibbering mouther. And a 9. So the chewer takes the full brunt of it.
Nice. And I will
Slithers
use-
just out of the way.
All right, I will use Healing Word on Miss Doris. Healing Word.
Yay! I'm past half health now.
woo!
You're welcome. Praise Umberly. And that's the end of my turn.
All right. Montauk, that is a 19 to hit as this sort of piercing beam strikes you from the Void Seer.
Okay.
And then I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
All right. How much? Well,
5 reduced to 2 damage.
okay. That's 5.
And you're fine.
Okay. All right. I'll take the 2. I'll tank it.
All right.
I was going to use Stone's Endurance, but screw it. Start
of your turn. Give me a Wisdom saving throw, please.
All right, Paladin. Help me out here. God damn it, Paladin.
Roll me a d8, please.
2.
You do nothing on your turn. Aberrant Chewer. Well, he's going to go over here. Yeah, he'll just slide over and he's going to try and skewer Nithdoris. But again, you cannot be grappled because of your paladin. That is a 23 to hit for 14
Hits.
bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And
Thank
then
you for that heal.
Then a critical hit for 19 bludgeoning.
And I'm down.
But luckily, it cannot grapple you and bring you in for a bite as well, which would have been an instant hit. Nithdoris, give me a death saving throw, please. That is one failure. Ishka,
Wait a minute. It's technically a saving throw, right?
+3. You get a +3.
Yes, you do. So yeah, that is a success.
Hooray!
Ishka, you are blind.
Can I still, if I don't move my call lightning, can I still call it down?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I do that.
All right.
That's to the aberrations. Where is? There it is.
Ooh, that is an 8. They take full damage.
Seriously.
15 is exactly what you needed.
Sweet.
You don't see it, but you know from the burning and the ozone crackle that you hear in the blast that that creature is no more.
Sweet. Any saving throws to end my blindness or no?
Nope.
Blood and damnation. Okay.
Yeah, it's just to
That's
the
it
end
for
of the
me.
creature's turn. Scrap Heap, you are blind, and give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, come on.
That is just what you need.
It actually succeeded. Wow.
Yep. Gibbering Mouther is a DC 10 wisdom save. So you can take your turn, but you are blind.
Okay. Okay, this is what I want to try. I'm assuming I heard Nidorus go down. So I want to walk in that general direction. Feeling my
All
way
right.
through.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's only a few feet away from you, so you could.
So
yeah.
Okay, so as I try and find Nidorus on the ground, I lay hands on him.
Yeah, you kick along with your feet till you find him, then you reach down and lay hands on him.
I apologize for
I
kicking.
literally haven't moved the entire combat, guys.
I mean, I'm blind. I still don't know where you are. I was blind around. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna
Little
cast
bit
lay
left.
on. So you get. I'm increasing my lay on hands for no reason. You get 20 health back, Nidorus.
Cool.
And I don't know if no, that counts as one action. And I'm going to. What the hell do I do? Okay, I'm gonna make my way in front of this. No, I don't even know where that thing is, but. No, I'm just gonna end my turn here. I
All
don't know what
right.
else to do.
The Mouther slithers over beside Montauk, and this weird pustule sort of appendage reaches out to it to almost bite you. As you know, it reaches out, you see these half a dozen mouths on it coming towards you, Montauk.
Ooh, that's not good. Actually, before any of that happens, he just entered my space.
All right.
I in fact have a maneuver called Brace, which lets me do this.
All right. Yeah, you slash at it for 21 damage. Very nice. But it still manages to bite into you. You take 20 piercing damage.
Ow.
And give me a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Shit. 1 second. Let me turn off my paladin bonus.
Yeah, you look around and Scrap Heap's just moved away.
Whoops.
You're still fine.
Okay. So 20 minus 3?
Nope.
Bugger.
And with that, Scrap Heap, Silver, and Ishka, your sight returns.
Hallelujah.
Woo! Hallelujah.
And that takes us to top of the round, Ol Silver.
I'm getting a bit tired of this thing.
I'm not close enough to have to deal with the gibbering mouther, right?
Yes, you are now. It moved. Yeah, give me a wisdom save, please. Thank you.
19.
You're fine.
All right. I don't like this thing. I'm gonna go and use my last fighting spirit. And I'm gonna action surge. Well, I'm gonna attack it for dice first.
Which one are you attacking? The
gibbering
Mouther?
mouther.
All right.
A 25 and a 24.
Both hit. Still alive.
I'm going to
Looks pretty badly hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna action surge. No, I'm not. Well, yeah, I am. I'm gonna do it. 2 more attacks. First one at the Gibbering Mouther. That's 13 damage.
Still alive.
And 15.
And dead.
All right, now nobody has to make that stupid save at the beginning of their turn.
Yeah, it almost dissolves into this awful puddle of goo at your feet, Montauk, and, the gibbering finally sort of stops and your ears clear. Pavo. Sorry, any more movement, Silver?
Yes.
Back to the tree line.
Elves like trees.
You are a sea elf. You like seaweed.
All right, Pavo, there is just the one large chewer left.
Trees are the kelp of the land.
Might as well. That's what I got.
That is a 14, just makes it so. Half damage.
Be astute.
Any movement, any bonus action?
There's no one looking around. There's no one else coming, right?
Nope. You have taken out everything else.
Okay. Then, just step back a little bit so we're not all in a giant clump or a giant line.
All right, Rubel. Move your call, Lightning.
Yes, Aberrant Chewer.
That is an 11.
Focus fire.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, 26. Yeah, it takes that damage.
Take it.
And it is still alive, but it is starting to look very badly injured.
Good. Okay, so anyone actively dying? Montauk. Here you go.
Yeah, your frontliners did their jobs this fight.
Hey, I acted as the meat shield.
Totally.
That's 33.
There you go. Stay
That
alive.
takes us to Montauk.
All right. Montauk is going to just sort of no, sorry, that's the wrong one. Crack his neck. Be a lot more badass than he was. And he looks fine. He's taking a beating, but he's okay. And he's gonna sort of thread the needle here around the lightning. And
Technically, it strikes and then goes away, and then a new lightning bolt comes down the next time.
I'll
Okay,
maneuver
that's
it out of the way so you don't get hit.
And then he's going to do that. And I need a strength saving throw, please.
That is a 14.
Okay, he's prone.
All right. He's barely got any health left.
Good. He takes another 14.
He is dead. Yeah, you hack off one of his legs. This creature topples off to the ground. You drive your sword through it, and then it just kind of evaporates and disappears. And as that happens, the elder's mind sort of snaps back, and he just says, "You did this. You brought these. You have to leave. These are the problems."
And Montauk is
the name. You can't remember the name. It will destroy it all.
And Montauk is just going to be like very angry with this man. He is going to walk up to him, just fuming, and be like, "Lorien, where now?"
Nice.
Give me an intimidation check.
Take a guidance before you do that.
Can I
No time for a guidance.
No time. Can I make
Oh,
this a
back
strength intimidation check?
Sure.
Okay, good, because that's the only way I'll get a positive bonus on this.
I mean, you're covered in monster viscera, so yeah, you demand it, and you don't seem to faze him, but you see him sort of nod to himself, and he just says, "Lorien, we've been trying to protect her. She fell in love with that pirate who was here years ago, but he drank our elixir and left. But when Lorien went to drink it, she didn't want to forget him, so it didn't take as well. And so she remembers, and that is why his ghost haunts the coast. We still hear it wailing every once in a while. She is here. Can you help her forget the ghost? It'll save them both."
Fine.
We will help
Bring her. We will take her with us to the mountain.
And he says, "No, you can't go to the. If you go to the mountain, that'll remove one of the remaining seals. You'll release it all. You'll destroy everything."
Then how do we get her to forget?
"I don't know. Can you tell her Rovian is dead?" And he will whistle, and a couple of the villagers bring out of the tent a woman, humanoid, long red hair, who sort of pulls her arms free and looks at all of you and just says, "Have you brought my beloved? Is Rovian alive? Where is he? He swore he would come back. Are you with him?" And she sees you, Scrap Heap, and just says, "The vessel, is Rovian back, vessel? Vessel."
Vessel.
I'm assuming I'm the vessel.
Yes.
Rovian sent us to find you.
And you see her chest sort of swell and a smile cross her face, like, "I knew he'd come back. I knew. I wrote in my letter that I would never forget him."
Tell the truth, Scrap Heap.
So I reach into the loot and I pull out a letter. It's called Lorien letter.
Yep.
With LMF Lorien letter, and I show that to her. "Is this your writing? Is this a letter from you?"
She looks at it, and you see, almost a sort of momentary flash, and memories flood back, and she goes, "Yes, I was a half-elf." And as she says that, you see her ears change from this sort of rounded human shape that they are now, almost immediately into the pointed ears of a half-elf.
I look at everyone. Is
Sure,
that
you weren't
common
trying
amongst?
again.
I look back at the group and I go, "Is that normal amongst elves?"
No.
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 Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, and then you also see her eyes change color slightly.
Okay, this is everything new. Okay, so confirming that's her letter.
Yeah, and
point
she's
to
sort of
my-
hugging it tightly, and she just says, Where is he? Why isn't he with you?"
He was unable to make it because he's been held in another location. But we need answers first before we take you to him. I point to my chest, which says the letters XHTAR. What does this mean?
And you can see the elder is visibly sort of shaken. And he says that it's one of the mysteries of the island. It's a word that brings misfortune. Never speak of it or show it again. It's what brings these creatures, and worse. And you notice as this is happening, the fog is starting to lift and lighten to the point where you almost have normal visibility.
Come with us to the sea. We will show you Rovian.
And Lorien immediately, sort of steps forward and just says, we don't normally even leave the village. We only go to the Cave of Meals for preparations. And the elder sort of takes her arm and says, we will go, but you need to understand. And you see these other villagers provide him with like these gourds that are filled with liquid. And he says, we make this from one of the great plants on the island here. You have to drink it. You will forget. It's the only way to protect yourselves and protect the island and from the dangers. And he will walk with you back down to the beach. He is clearly sort of very nervous about all of this. And as you sort of walk, he tells you a little bit more about Rovian and how he was one of those who've caused major problems in the past, much like you have. But Rovian drank the potion. Rovian he eventually understood. You have to know that if this ritual goes off, you need to forget it all or it's going to be dangerous. I mean, you can see how our village was attacked. You have to stop searching for knowledge on the island and forget. You have to forget. And he'll look at you, Scrapheap, and say, you know this. You've already done this once.
I have no knowledge of what you speak of. My last memory was being pulled out of a pile of scrap and rebuilt. That is my first.
I think that's exactly what he's talking about. You gave up your memories purposely. That's why you don't remember anything.
I look at him and say, did I willingly give it up?
Yes, you were with Rovian. You willingly drank to protect everything. You can see on your chest, you were created to hold a horrible, horrible knowledge.
Ooh.
Apparently, I'm a walking dark web. Okay.
Oh, it stands for Tor.
Then where does the X go?
With that, after some time, you guys make your way back past the baths to the cliff overlooking the sea, and now with the mist lightened, you can see your ship in the cove, and you can see quite a few hundred feet out across the water. And Lorien looks at you and goes, Is that Rovian's ship? Is he on the ship?
It's our ship.
Was he on the ship?
Well,
or did he just come out of the water, speak to us, and then leave? I forget.
No, he was in his ghost form hovering over the seas when we entered this realm.
Yeah, he talked to you on the ship, but then you saw him the night you spent on the ship, but he's in the ocean.
I mean, I want to tell her the truth, but I don't know how much truth she could bear to listen, taking in her condition.
Just I'm pretty sure that's what we need to do is just tell her the truth, because wasn't he like find her and set her free or something?
Yeah, but the thing is, okay, let's first tell her and see how that goes from there, because I feel like...
And like, even the elder was like, tell her that he's dead. So that sounds like that's what we need to do. Okay,
the truth is, Lorien, he's not amongst the living. He's just an apparition roaming the seas. And that's when we found him and he led us to you.
And you can see the look of shock that crosses her face, and her face twists up, and she collapses to her knees and begins just weeping, and enters just this sort of awful state of despair. And the elder once again will look at you and say, "This is what knowledge does. Knowledge brings terrible pain. You have to drink our potion. You must forget what you've seen and learned here. When someone discovers the secrets of the island, the only way to save yourself and everyone here is to drink it." And he hands each of you one of these gourds and just says, "It is the knowledge of the word that causes the problems. We were left here by the gods to protect our people. We're sent here by our deity to flee an ancient empire that persecuted us, but the price of our salvation is the preservation of this word. No one knows what it means, but it is the bearer of great evil. You have to understand, it's evil."
Scrapheap steps forward towards the old man. He holds the gourd and he smashes it on the ground. This has happened before. This has happened again. You're witness to this. And I was there before and I'm here again. Who knows when this is going to happen again? This is going to happen over and over. And how many times are you going to shove this gourd down everyone's necks? I want to find what's causing all of this, and I'm going to bring it down.
Ooh.
And he just looks crestfallen and he says, "You understood before. You must not go any further. You must forget everything. This island is purgatory. It is a test of the true salvation. We are here, though, to refrain from seeking knowledge. We must be content with a static life. This knowledge we protect by forgetting."
Without knowledge, your life is stagnant. Knowledge may harm, but knowledge may be painful, but also brings great benefits. And Ishka will pour hers on the ground.
"Not this knowledge. You don't understand. It has been locked away here for centuries. I am not the first elder."
So this
Think
will
about
make
it.
us forget everything.
Think about it this way. Even if we drink this and leave, who's to say that someone else will come in our stead and cause all this commotion all over again? I am not comfortable with that.
Well, I mean, let's not be too hasty. I'm going to pour out my water skin and pour the potion in. Could be useful some other time.
And also, this goes against my tenets of the open sea. One of my tenets says, "Explore the uncharted," and this is something I will explore. You can come along with me and end it, or you can sit here and water the grass with your tears.
Ooh, inspiration for that.
I already
Yeah,
have
that
an
was
inspiration.
good.
Can I pass that on to someone else?
Yeah, Montauk just kind of nods.
Montauk, take that inspiration.
Oh, no. I've already got an inspiration.
Okay, then someone take an inspiration because I already have one.
All
Ishka?
right.
No, I'm okay.
Oh, for fuck's
I
sake.
don't
Okay.
deserve it. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't earned it, but thank you.
Okay, fine. So extra inspiration for anyone.
With that, the only place you have not yet explored on this island is the summit. So you have that, or you can see your ship out in the harbor right now. It is, about 3:00 in the afternoon. What would you guys like to do?
Montauk, you keep looking up at the sky and doing a little dance. Do you want to go to the summit?
Montauk just kind of looks at Pavo and just, like, with that looks like, just shut up for a second. Montauk walks forward to the elder and towers over him and says, "Your people forget. But do you know where Velnos' chambers were? That is where we must be."
He just shakes his head and says, I don't know that name. Besides, we shouldn't use names. Names are to be forgotten here. Don't you understand? We shouldn't remember any of this.
And Montauk just looks down at him and goes, "The Chronicle is wasted on these people. Let's go."
Yeah, let's get out of here. Kind of a lame island anyway. Thanks for the potion, not going to drink it.
Yeah.
But don't worry, I'm never coming back.
Yeah. I kneel down towards Lorien and I offer my hand. I help her.
She does not take it. And the elder actually sort of stands between you and says, she will go back to the village. She has done what you needed her to do, but why can't you do what we need you to do?
Oh my God, this is a lame island. I'm never coming back. Just be chill.
We're not going to.
It's not about leaving. You need to leave, but you need to forget. Everyone who has come here understands that you need to forget. It is the knowledge that is the danger here.
Scrapheap just turns and leaves. He's pretty much stuck repeating the same thing like a parrot. I'm walking
Yeah,
away.
Ishka's already started walking away. She's done with this.
So are you heading to the boat or heading up to the summit?
I'm just heading down the beach at this point, just to get away from him.
I'm getting away. I'm going towards the boat. I'm going to need a long rest after this.
How about we just get out of here, go to the boat and get out of here?
Montauk kind of wants to go to the summit, but he sees the rest of his party leaving.
I'll go.
I just think we should go deal with it on the mountain.
Well, Scrapheap has the right idea. If we want to choose to take on the mountain, we at least should get some rest and get healed up and et cetera, et cetera. So going back to the ship right now to rest and regroup and discuss our options seems the best bet. Worst case scenario, at first light, we either sail away or we go to the summit.
Montauk stands over the elder and looks down at him and says, "Running from your problems will not solve them. Forgetting will not solve them. How many villagers have disappeared and you do not remember because your seals have been imperfect?"
We remember all the villagers. We always remain at 40. When they die, that is when we get to replenish. But they only died because of you and your search for knowledge. Do you not understand? Our lives are blissful here until you came looking for knowledge.
Okay, bruh.
Montauk just looks down at him with disgust and says, "You are people without honor." And just walks away.
Any more of those potions?
Montauk absolutely does not respect these people.
All right, you all walk down towards the beach. You can get into your small rowboat, make your way out to the ship where, you meet up with the rest of your crew. And as you make your way on board, you see waiting for you is the ghostly visage of Rovian, but he looks at peace and he smiles, and you see him come and attempt to just hug you, Scrapheap, but he starts sort of fading and dissipating as you do, and he just says, "Thank you for putting me at rest, my friend." And that is where we will leave it for the night.
Oh no, emotional cliffhanger.
Woo!
I don't know if I even want to go back because these guys are now going to start suffering more attacks from these guys because the seals are weaker.
Yeah, Scrapheap decided he's going to stay and solve this problem.
Yeah,
Well, the thing is,
Ishka's going to
is
want
it
to
a
try and
problem?
solve it.
Yeah, if we crack the last seal, this whole place is just going to get swarmed with these things.
Well, here's the
Either
other
we solve
thing.
the problem completely, or listen to the people who've been dealing with the problem, drink the Kool-Aid, and leave.
Guys, a lot of people have drunk the Kool-Aid. Like that, I researched that, and a lot of people have drunk the Kool-Aid, and so they were either convinced or they knew better. I'm fairly certain that if we break the final seal, we can break whatever is causing this problem. I'm just not sure if that's the right thing to do.
Hmm.
I don't know either, but I think if we don't do that, we should drink it and leave.
Montauk will write down what is needed to be remembered of this vile place.
Well, why remember anything? It's kind of lame.
Scrap Heap needs to remember where he came from.
Okay. That's fair, I guess.
Montauk is kind of big
You
on
know what
origin stories.
Also,
Don't wanna
Rubel,
realize-
I didn't know the followers of Umbria were chicken. You have a lot of followers and sacrifices. You're missing out if you walk away now. Bark, 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 bark.
Role playing
It's
after this
expensive.
session. And
Sorry, I forgot my Serena.
I think we're still
Christian,
live,
that's
so
not-
it's all good.
Is that a fully
Also, I'm
digitized
not-
chicken sound?
I healed you, so you owe me.
I owe. Consider us even.
This place is just
Bec-
lame
because
and
I'm
boring.
giving-
Everyone's fretting about remembering, and nobody remembers anything. And then when we find a clue, it's kind of like, ooh, something bad. Some bad, terrible king did a bad, terrible thing. And it's like,
Sorry,
Okay.
Rubel, all I'm hearing is bark, 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 bark. That's all I'm hearing from you.
you should. You
Like
should.
to talk to the
I'm not
HR
hearing
man.
you. You keep on
Oh, I'm
doing that.
sorry. Is Umbriel full of barnacle-covered butt that she can't help you here? Or is
You are
Poseidon
going to
too
weep
good
on
for?
over the
Or is,
split throat.
or is Lord Poseidon too good for you?
Lord Poseidon isn't real. That is not a real god. The goddess of the sea is Umberlee. For
Said
now
the-
and forever.
Said the follower of barnacles.
I am going to get you one of these days. One of these days, I'm just going to let you die and not heal you. One of these
Ishka's
days,
just
Scrappy,
Ishka's just
one of
sitting
these
back
days.
with her little buddy Luth here, and just having a drink and just watching this.
To the moon, Scrappy! To the moon!
Yeah, Luth passes, a small flask back and forth. You see the Fumamu and Utanke retreat away because, the parents are arguing.
Do you want me to end the stream?
Yeah, I think we can end it there.
All right, thank you, everyone. Catch us next week. Have a nice day.